Yo, what's up? It's Chris Gale, Universe Boss, and I'm representing for Sports Frenzy, okay? Tune in for the latest news. Universe Boss to that. Respect.
Respect, Universe Boss. Welcome, people. It's been a minute I've seen you all. Welcome. Hope that all of you are all right. It has been a super weekend and super week for you all. And we're here once again to do another live show. A show about EPL and whatever about football. We're going to talk about it also. Yes, jump pack weekend, marred by VAR in EPL, a lot of controversy, a lot of shocking results, and a lot of people are still in happy mode because when them start saying more VAR that the top is just us. So yeah, you know that's there already, man. I'm gonna have a call my name, you know which side that already. But remember, people, as I join the chat, just share the live, man, like the stream, do the right stuff. I need the subscription button, and yes, all the options are back fully. Told the guys that we're going to be back. So yes, we're now monetized fully. So if you want to leave super chat, the option is right there. You can go ahead and drop it. So every option is available once again. So just do the right stuff. Without further ado, I'll be joined by the man who says that it's just all about him right now. Sharon, what on?
There, just live life, enjoy the things that happen from second place down to 20th, just smiling.
Look on your cut or your cut fresh.
Fresh,
Fresh. You mean, man, fresh like how you're that fresh at the top of the table.
Yeah, man, big up to everyone, big up to the fans and everyone, Join in, tell people to join in tonight, tell people to like and subscribe, So we are rolling.
That is it. And the man of the moment, as we always call him, the voice, man who keeps on ramping up on FPL, and I might just smile at the rest of the chasers right now. It's the voice, what on? Sealer. Wouldn't be the voice without that.
What's going on, man? Happy to
It seems like you're living up by your name tag, man, because look at that. You're there drinking Red Bull, man, so you have wings right now, fam. You're flying.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, my team now fly though, but yeah, I'm flying right now.
That is one of the things, man. Let's just get it going, man. And first match that we're going to start off with, or before that, Kish, big up yourself. Kedlan, big up. Judge good on the Facebook page, big up yourself same way. Kedlan, as I mentioned. So yeah, first game was played on Friday? Yeah. It was Brentford against Brighton, and Brentford got a 2-0 victory. And Tony, bug. Dislike this man, my brother. When I have this man on my team, the man give me 0 points. The moment I take him out, bam, 2 goals. One of them play the man, and here it was. He scored twice, and they got a 2-0 victory for Brighton. I don't know if you can start out. Just go ahead.
So I'll take this one on first. And I said this about Brighton, not about this particular game, but about the team within itself. I say, even though they do play attractive football, there are opportunities to score against them, right? They leave themselves a little bit thin around the back, and if you have a forward, like a Tony, he can exploit, those times, those mismatches, and those spaces. And obviously, one of the goals that he scored was a penalty. But the first goal that he scored, I think it was due to one of those lapses. Honestly, I never see this result coming because Brentford has kind of been on the downward slope. Not bagging enough points, playing very sloppy football. I remember the time when I think all of it was captain or vice captain Tony when they say yes, it's about that time now, and them end up get a big whopping L. And I think Tony gave us a yellow card in that game, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I always look on the law of averages with teams and I say, it's time for Brighton to lose and it's time for Brentford to win. Right? You can't lose forever and you can't win forever. Right? Obviously, when you look on the Brighton side, I think Trossard had a great game. And obviously, if we go ahead and we talk about every team, we're going to say, oh, this team unlucky, this team should have finished the chances. If they did finish the chances, then, the game would have draw or them could have win or whatever the case may be. But that is what football is, right? Yeah, but that's what football is about, right? As I always say, I always make the analogy: you can't go to the bank and you don't cash your check, right? Because if you don't cash your check, then somebody else going to cash it for you, right? And that is exactly what Brentford did. Big 3 points, 3 points that was needed. The team, they never looked like they was losing confidence, but losing is never good for no team. For any team, losing is never good. And to get those big 3 points also with a clean sheet, the defenders and the goalkeepers love that. So get those 3 points with a clean sheet was very big for Brentford.
Especially after picking up 5 the previous week.
See it there?
All right, sure, anything to add or
No, I think pretty much Kem said everything about the game. For me, it was kind of shocking that Brentford came out victors. I was looking probably at least a draw, but as Kem said, Brighton will have these moments where they will lose. Brentford would have their moments where they will lose as well. But I think a key piece of it is I think that Brentford is missing. Not Brentford, Brighton is missing pattern. I still believe that I still believe that had Potter stayed at Brighton, they would have had a chance for top 7. No, I'm practically seeing them falling down to a 12 finish or possibly
wasn't that where they finished last season?
Pardon me?
Last season, wasn't it 12th the finisher thereabouts?
Yeah, they finished low down. But if we remember correctly, they didn't have a good start. Remember, they were playing really good and drawing week in, week out, losing.
No,
they started off good.
No, Sherwin. They actually started off well.
They started with us in the middle.
And then they started drawing.
Okay. But I can remember vividly that we were discussing at one point, how well they were playing and they weren't picking up the points that they were picking up. So at the end of the day, it's a surprising result for me. But hey. And Ivan Toney in your FPL team, you have to back him every single week. I mean, not take him out. You understand? Unless my play one City or one of them.
So to jump on that point, Sherwin, you have to understand that. Remember, this team is a Graham Potter built team. So him build the team to his philosophy, to his style of play, to what he wants to do. However, I can't agree that they would be fighting for top 7 because again, we saw this same story last season where everybody was singing his praises, and I'm not going to say he's not a big coach because we're seeing what he's doing over there in Chelsea when they were wailing and so on, right? But I don't know. I don't think Brighton as a team, I don't think they have the legs. Resources. I don't think they have the legs for a 38 game season for go ahead and sustain with the big guns. I think after a while, the wear and tear, the injuries, certain luck when you need the ball to bounce a certain way. I don't think those things happen. The last quote-unquote small team I see that happen for was Leicester, right? And it looked like Leicester paying a heavy price for that right now. So, when I'm looking at that, but, with the overall thing, I do agree. With the Tony thing, why just make that man stay, man? Just make that man stay on the side.
All right, Christoph, big up yourself. Dale, same with Paul, same Michelle, big up, man. And Christoph saying we're big us Carl the Josh there. Come on, Christoph. Kick that off of the chair. I'm here, man. Michelle, big up, man. Same way. But next thing we're going to look at, and before I even get further, because I forgot it the other day, Art goes out to Enoch Mutwo, man. Sorry for the guy, man. It was his dream to play in the EPL, not to retire at the age of 24. That's so sad for him, man. And he was really playing well for Brighton, and then his career cut that short because of some health issues. Sad for the guy, but wish him all the best. Hopefully he'll become a coach because Roberto De Zerbi said that is willing to just bring him into the mold, get him to continue in football because he's a guy that loves football. So yeah, hopefully continue. Come on against big up same way. All right, let's continue. Next game we're gonna look at is Leicester against Palace, and James Madison played out his heart, but there was nobody there to actually finish these chances, and it was a nil draw. Anybody can take it on because Rogers is another manager that is in the hot seat, and it would surprise me if they sack him at some point in time.
Well, it's surprising the results Leicester City getting, honestly, and they're it's not like they're playing really good football. They're not playing really good football. They're not playing top level football like they want to really stay in the league. Yes, you have the one or two moments, as usual. I call them feel good moments in a game, and they'll get this and get that. But they're really not playing good football if you sit down and really watch them. Right? It's not the Leicester City of the past five seasons, right? So at the end of the day, my biggest thing is while a lot of us will say while a lot of us will not be too critical of a manager getting sacked, I have to be critical of a manager like Brendan Rodgers having a struggling team, not playing good football, still in the league and still have a job in the league with Leicester City, right? It's clear and obvious for me in my perspective. Everybody might have a different view. It's clear for me that things is not working out right for him. It's just like Tuchel and Chelsea. Things weren't going well. Things went well the previous 12 months, but things wasn't going well, and they got rid of him, right? And look at Chelsea. Chelsea fortune has changed now under Potter. So I think Leicester more and less need to get rid of Rodgers, get in a new manager, with a fresh start for at least after World Cup, and see where that goes. But currently, this Leicester side is going down. Current farm, they're going down.
Well, what I said to that in a Sherwin, I would really rather they see out the season with Rodgers, wherever it may take them, than try to bring in a new manager now. I think bringing in a new manager now, I don't think you'll have a great time to quote unquote assess the new manager. I'm not really a big fan of bringing in manager, especially after a World Cup. Obviously, it's a different kind of season, but after a World Cup or after international break or anything like that, because I don't think that you're able to have enough time, with the players in order to. And we know the Premier League is so fast paced. What can a manager really do to come in and implement his strategy? I think allow Rodgers. I think when a coach create the mess, allow him to either fix the mess or play out the mess. I don't like the thing of getting a new manager and then that new manager have to deal with the mess and then some. What I'll say about this Leicester game though, a lot of person was saying, this is a bad result. I think this was a great result for Leicester. Based on what I've seen from Leicester this season, getting a nil draw, getting a clean sheet, obviously that means not conceding from a set piece, not conceding any at all. I think this was a great result for them. I've long said that from the
stick up in, bro. The reason why I said that it's bad in a sense, it's good on one hand, but it's also bad. Based on the amount of opportunities they had, they should have claimed all 3 points. That's what I'm saying. Based on the position that they're in, they needed this. Yeah, continue.
Yes, absolutely. But when you look at now Leicester, right? And I've long said this. I believe that these players just don't want to play for this manager anymore. Like again, when you're going the team talk and you're listening to this man, you have heard this talk before. You have heard this before, time and time again. And again, I'm looking at these players, and I just don't think that these players, even more so than the manager, I just don't think that they want to be at Leicester anymore. I think that they want to spread their wings at some bigger clubs.
Right, so Kems, that may I try to say, because you look on this week, me look on a guy like Tillsman. Tillsman want to move to a Champions League team, but he not play Champions League type of football. Individual performance.
Tillman still play football.
Sherwin, I don't know if you ever like play sports at whatever level you have played, but have you ever been in a team where you just don't feel like you want to be a part of the team there? Like no matter how talented or how much talent that you have, it's hard for you to exert and go and show that talent. It's like, okay, in order for me to get paid, I must show up. Somebody else are gonna show up, but in terms of, and remember, football and sports within itself will be something you enjoy. You have to go to work. You have to enjoy going to work. If you look at, for example, I go flip the script. I go look on a person like a Haaland, like a Kevin De Bruyne, like those players. You can visibly see that these players enjoy playing football. Even a Raheem Sterling right now. I look at Raheem Sterling last days at Man City versus his days at Chelsea. It's a total contrast. This man enjoy playing in football. Whether I'm missing easy goal him yes or no, he legit enjoy playing. I'm looking at this man. I'm looking at this man. This man just don't want to be at Leicester. Not even Brendan Rodgers. I just don't think he wants to be at Leicester. Obviously, we saw what happened with Madison when the whole Arsenal thing was going on, and how was he playing after that? Absolutely poor. But I think he kind of flip a script and say, hey, well, if I'm going to go to a big club, I have to show what we can do. And he also wants to go to the World Cup as well. So I think all these little things surrounding it, and then we have seen Brendan Rodgers throw shade at the club, say, hey, this club don't want to spend any money. I thought that I would have got money to spend in the transfer market. This club look like they're content with where we're at. So I think all those things, ownership and coach and player, it just look like disconnect all around. And I don't think that they'll go down, because I think that there are 3 teams that are obviously worse than them. I don't think that they'll go down. But I think they can get a new manager, ship away all the players that don't want to be there, get that money, buy some new players, get a new coach, start a new philosophy, and be like a 10 to 15 or 10 to 13 team, and I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, but the comment on the board now, Levan, is not yet the Elton say he should have been sold in the summer. There was practically only one team really linked with him, and that was Arsenal, right? And Arsenal did not submit a bid for him. They did not. They did not at no point whatsoever throughout
No,
all the
but I
links
think
submitted a bid for him.
but wasn't I think, and again, if I'm not mistaken, and everyone can correct me because I don't really remember all the details, but I think it was a situation where Arsenal was saying that why are we going to pay X amount of money for this player when he's going to be free next year? I'll just wait that 1 year and then I'll get him for way less than I would have paid for him now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's so based on that, like him never did ever go nowhere this summer. Really and truly, he wasn't going anywhere because none of the other top 6 clubs had no significant link with him and submitted any form of bid to him for him, and he wouldn't have moved to any other Premier League club except a top 6 club.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? So. Yep. He wouldn't have been sold this summer. That was a no.
Yeah, but Sherwin, you're using some false equivalency here. You compare Leicester to Chelsea, and there's no comparison in terms of why Tuchel was sacked and you wanting Rodgers to be sacked. Because Chelsea have money. Chelsea was sold, bought out, and they have money to spend. Leicester don't have any money. Leicester ownership is in turmoil right now in terms of finances. And they decided to hold on to some players that I think they should have sold. So basically they give Rodgers basket to carry water. Mm-hmm. So they know that Rodgers is in a situation right now, as is the club, as is the ownership. So where you're going to, okay, you fire Rodgers, now what? You're going to have the same players them that don't want to be there for the most part, some of them. And you're going to have a new manager who can't do anything about those same type of players.
So my suggestion, realistically speaking, well, look at the managers out there. Which manager can really come in a Leicester right now and change?
Yeah, and how are you going to motivate people who want to leave anyway? Patch out there. No, then what? Then Patch, how are you going to motivate people who want to leave next year? Who want to leave now, for that matter?
Listen,
this people on their way out, they have mentally checked out. Some of them, till his man know that him gone next year because him only have a year leave.
Yes.
So what kind of motivation you give those players? I think Rodgers should stay and ride out the storm because I think Leicester is they can ride it out and finish mid-table. That would be a good season for them, relatively speaking, based on where they're coming from.
What you said too. Another key thing that Ryan kind of mentioned, and Madison, for example, that man was left Leicester 2 years now.
2 years now, exactly.
2 years now.
3.
Bro. And then
I don't know. It's not a man. For me, this is not a manager's fault. What was the manager's fault was Leicester conceding from set piece before the players them want to leave. 3 seasons now, them are conceding from set piece.
Champions League.
So that was the manager's fault.
No, but you see,
hold on, let me finish. This right now, what they're going through is not on the manager's fault. It is management fault.
That's fair.
Big point. Because, all right, watch out now. Good that I brought that up. You get rid of Schmeichel. Schmeichel has been the biggest servant for over years. Look who the man ever keep. Danny Ward.
The keeper no good too. None at all.
Bro, you look at the difference.
That man is a championship, mid-table championship club.
Yeah, man, you know good. You know good none at all.
The man them leader right now in the defense, you know.
Right.
Johnny Evans about 40-year-old. I mean, people might draw the parallel and say, "Oh, you have Thiago Silva." Come on, Johnny Evans, Thiago Silva, big difference. No argument.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But when you look at the makeup of them team, you know, you really have to wonder why them are struggling, you know. When you look at the quality players they have, you really wonder why them are struggling.
When we talk about why them are struggling, the man you know one there.
Me not think so.
You could have the 12 or the 13 best players in the world in a one team. If the man them not one there, you're not going to finish high in the team.
Me not think so. I me think if Rodgers ride out this time, he might ride it out into the championship next season. That's what me I see right now.
Disagree with that still.
This time I go right a championship. It is a hurricane now, and it I go right a championship. Go turn a storm.
Let's have way than more enough quality to finish.
Me not think. Yeah, they have the quality, but on our contradict on themselves now. We are say they have the quality, and we are say they don't want it. That's why they not play to their quality. That are gonna bring you down. They are already if the league done today, Leicester get relegated.
No. Well, the greatest thing about it, Sherwin, is that the league don't done today.
We're only quarter way through the season, brother.
Me know that. But when you look on it, it's all right. We're quarter way. It's a good time to assess Leicester City then.
Well,
current situation, nothing changes. They're going down.
No,
that's the type of football they play.
Sherwin, impossible. I can name 5 teams right now where Leicester better than easily.
Yep.
Easily. Like I cannot say Leicester is going to go down. I have to name a bunch of teams before me call Leicester new. Southampton must go down before Leicester.
But you draw with Leicester.
Must go down before Leicester. Like
Leicester then draw with.
I'm sorry.
Then Leicester Southampton draw with.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was Crystal Palace and Leicester.
Palace.
Yeah, Crystal Palace and Leicester. All right, we spend too much time talking about damn Leicester.
Yeah, let's get it.
Demo wouldn't be happy talking about that just so much.
All right, Wolves against Nottingham. Wolves got a 1-0 victory. Managerless Wolves, that is. Ruben Neves the penalty, but then Brennan Johnson had the opportunity to really get a point for Nottingham, and he pushed that penalty. And bad! It's just going bad for Nottingham right now, and they're going back down to the championship. That is a given. And Steve Cooper, I still think they're saying that they're going to fire him, even though they give him a new contract. Which I don't really agree with, because this man taking him back up here, so the man building enough credit in that bank for you, so that's the reason why they was sacking. But thing is that these owners are known to sack. Olympiacos has fired over like 10 managers in the last about 5 years. So yeah, I'm expecting a different. But 1-0 to Wolves. Anyone of you can take it on, because we're not really wasting time on this.
Well, what I'll say really quickly is that it goes to show in the Premier League that, spending money doesn't equal
success.
Doesn't equal greatness, doesn't equal wins, right? Because obviously, Nottingham Forest, and again, we can say, I guess they're spending money foolishly, right? Because, Jesse Lingard and them baller there. If you're serious about anything, them baller there and a baller who you really want getting in your team, right? You want ballers who, willing to go there and put in the fight. And, when I'm looking at Nottingham, I personally, don't know what Nottingham is playing. Probably somebody else who is smarter than me can say, well, they're trying to play this or they're playing that. But I can't see. It just look like from top to bottom, it look like a club that they're happy to be in the Premier League. They get some extra money, they spend the money, and they cross their fingers and they just hope, say, hey, we can get a couple wins and probably stay up. But if we don't, we have been in the Premier League, we haven't been here in a long time, and we enjoy the ride, and we'll go back down to Championship and we'll try to come back again. That is what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing from Nottingham. So on the other side now, Wolves, I mean, if they were to win a game, I guess this game would have been it. But again, fire the manager. I've always said that, the manager obviously are the easiest person to let go, right? And, because that's one person versus 15, 16, 17 individuals, right? But, from I know Wolves until now, this is the Wolves that I know that we're going to get. Strong man, oil up man, look like a shell of himself. Obviously, we know what Diego Costa can probably do. But just looking at the Wolves team, they will be down there probably in that 14, 15 category. I just don't think that they're playing, really good football right now. Obviously, what I will say about them is that they're creating chances, but there's nobody to put them away. They need Ryan up top. Ryan probably can put in some of them chances.
And the man a defender, brother.
Ryan who?
It's a last long
Come
term.
here talk. It don't work. Everything are clear.
I'm gonna say, you're the defender.
When my brain see a football enough, it just automatically go in a trigger mode to clear it.
But let's move on here, man. Not much there. Fulham Bournemouth 2-2. Mitrovic was on the score sheet along with Solanke, and both these players, people say that they're just championship level footballers, but here they are in the Premier League and they're scoring goals. And Bournemouth haven't lost a game since that 9-0 drubbing by Liverpool.
What, six
straight unbeaten for Bournemouth. So it seems like this new coach, what's his name, Gary O'Neill or something along that line. Seems like people are saying that
you coached at England youth team or something like that before, no sir?
Oh, O'Neill?
Yeah, I think he used to coach.
I believe so. But yeah, 2-2 draw, and I think it was a fair result. Both of them are balanced right now, and but I came up
the man just a coach from vibes, yeah, man.
So
vibes, the man a coach for right now.
Anything from anyone of you?
Nah. Guess, as you say, I think it's a fair result between both teams.
I think Fulham needed to win more than Bournemouth. Because Fulham sliding down the table, you know.
Yes, slidiness. But not by much. They're just a point behind Bournemouth right now.
Yeah, but Fulham sliding down the table.
Yeah, I think the last couple of weeks when we talk about them, they were up there somewhere. And
they've gotten a draw.
Yeah, I think
a win, 3 losses in their last 5 games.
Yeah, but this are no good result for none of the two of them, because as me go back and say, if you want to stay up, you have to be to come up with you. Zane, you have to be to come up with you if you want to stay up. So for me, 2-2, it is not a good result for 2 of them.
Yeah, but Sherwin, what we're saying is that based on the balance of play, it was a good result.
Yeah, based on the game within itself, I think
they can sort each other.
Yeah, I think a draw was a fair result.
Yeah. Next game, Tottenham against Everton. Tottenham got a 2-0 victory. Harry Kane scored along with Højbjerg, and this is what Harry Kane's 9th goal in the Premier League. And any other season, he would be easily leading the goal scoring charts. But there's an
I have never seen Kane started this good in his career.
Never. And he's playing second fiddle.
Hopefully we can bring this over to the World Cup.
Hopefully.
But 2-0 victory for them over Everton. 2 losses that in a row for Everton now after they had done well. And I mean, there's a case in a fella. I can't say that case in a fella because when Lampard get him result, then the man said we need to apologize and blah blah blah. And all sorts of madness. Now, case in a what going with Lamps right now. I might also say a big side them playing a United.
No, but to be fair, any teams you don't expect to finish in the top 6. they're going to have spells. They're going to have a spell where they win 3 games straight, and then going to have one spell where they lose 2 or 3. I just say expect it with those teams.
Yeah,
So I mean, I never
agree.
expect Lampard to be challenging for a top 6 position.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. Like, to be fair to Lampard, again, I think Everton has looked a whole lot better than they looked last season, and even in the preseason, they've looked a whole lot better. Obviously, the most important thing they've done is stabilize the back line, right? I think the back line look like them have some sense back there. And again, but when you're playing against teams that are just really and truly better than you, then if you lose, but again, when you're playing against teams like this, what I look for is character, right? I want to see character in the team, and I think Everton, they showed character, but they just didn't have enough, right? And I think that's okay. And I think the coach within itself, and within their locker room, I think they understand and say, hey, okay. I think on the drawing board, when they want to drop wins and losses, I think besides Tottenham is a L. Like, okay, anything else we get from this game, then we'll take it. But I don't think they're devastated by it. Obviously, they got a few chances in the game, and again, we can talk about chances from now till the morning. Every team get chances. Some may take, some may miss. But I think Spurs deserve to win the game, and that's what they did.
Anything from you, Ryan?
Not much. Basically what Kem said. Tottenham and Man United. You will try your best to see what you can get out of it, but if you lose and you don't lose heavily, then you take that on the chin and move on. So,
all right. Sherwin, anything from you?
Not really. I know I just Tottenham, so not really. But the worrying thing about this Tottenham team is, and I continue to say that the difference with this Tottenham team is Antonio Conte. They are digging out results, and I said this to some fellas yesterday that no matter how tough the situation is, unless them come at the Emirates, they are digging results out, and that is really scary. So let's see how the rest of the season go with them. So, yeah.
they are, and if you look at Tottenham's conversion, I think they have the highest conversion rate in the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was like, so why you not create more chance? If it is that you're converting so good, you convert at such a high rate, create some more chance then.
Yeah.
And here's Elton asking if Conte about to get the highest pay as a manager. Time will tell. I mean, they really want to keep him, but him say right now it's not time to talk about contract and those sort of stuff. But oh yeah, one thing that I forgot. Richardson came off in this game, but Conte came out today and said that he'll make it to the World Cup. Said that the injury is not as serious as it looked, and he'll actually make it based
Well,
on.
they said the same thing about Rhys James.
They said the MRI came back for it and said that
because Richardson that right, animal coaches and whatever.
rough.
So,
What next game we're going to look at is Southampton against West Ham, and Southampton took the lead through Romain Perrault, but rest in peace delivered the equalizer. Kim's favorite footballer. Let's take it away.
Well, he played against James Ward-Prowse, so 6-1/2 does not add, right? And I'm looking again.
give the man in credit. When you claim the foolishness,
give me a chance to talk, no boss.
You give the man in credit.
Well, you give me a chance to talk yet. So, what I'll say about it is that he's going up against James Ward-Prowse, who once again, another game, very invincible, looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost, just not good enough. Again, I said it. If we're going to bring him to the World Cup to kick free kicks and penalty, I am all for it. If we're bringing him to the World Cup to be a midfielder, to actually do something in the midfield, England is not serious about the World Cup at all. This man is not good enough. This man is not up to scratch. This man is not up to standard. This man cannot play in the midfield with the best of players. That is just the raw fact. That is just the truth, and I'm sorry. Right? I'm looking at him, and I key in on him. When I watch Southampton games, I don't care about anybody else. All I want to look on is James Ward-Prowse right there. And I'm looking at him, and he's just simple, not good enough. Rice no. Rice had a great game. I like his involvement. But again, this is what I want to see every game. Not only against a James Ward-Prowse, who you know you're better than. It's like you know you're better than you. It's like I'm playing against my little brother. And I know I'm better than my little brother. So I'm showing out right now. I want to see when he's going up against the Kantes of the world and all those other players in the midfield. When you're going up against...
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
What exactly you want Rice to do?
Again, you asked me this question in a chat.
Yeah, you never answer. So may I ask you again?
Well, again, I answered, but you don't like my answer. So
no, it's not. You did not answer what I asked you. So now I'm asking you
what
again.
Do I want Rice to do? I want Rice to be a difference maker in the team. You
want him to score a goal?
Hold on, boss. Hold on, no.
I want him. I don't know. Tell me.
All right. You ask the question and you answer it. Go on.
You're not answering me, brother. You're not answering me.
Well, listen.
In terms of specifics, what is it?
I want him to be a difference maker. Because if
what does that mean?
If I say I want him to stabilize the midfield and then he doesn't stabilize the midfield, then you're gonna say, him do this though. So I want him, whatever the coach set him out to do, I want him to do that. Far too often, what have I mentioned about Rice?
I don't know what difference maker mean. Tell me what that means.
Okay, so let me tell you what it means. Far too often, I do not know if Rice is playing. If a baller is playing in my midfield, I must see him.
Normally, they say if a DM is playing good, you don't see them.
No, that's not true.
That is a rule of thumb that
true.
People always use.
Well,
yes.
I was still because that's why people rate Busquets so much because they say, well, yo, when bars are thick.
Normally, that is a rule of thumb that people use.
That them always say.
Ryan rule of thumb.
No. It is true.
No, Sherwin. Again, the greatest defensive midfielders in the world, when they are on the field,
you hear their name I call every minute.
What do you mean? Again, your name not your call every minute.
The greatest games, get the ball and recycle it, and then break up positions and whatever else.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Kims, hold on a second, Kims.
Yeah.
I say this. When City is playing, Zane, how often do you hear Rodgers' name?
Exactly.
I hear Rodgers' name a lot. But that also, no. Hold on, LeBron.
What a man, wicked man.
Again, listen, and again, I don't know.
I don't much pressure for you, brother.
No matter what, no. Again, even if I don't hear Rodgers' name, I know Roger is on the field because he is involved in the play. When I'm looking at Rice, I have to go and I may have to go up on flash score. I'm going to have to look at them substitute Rice. Because I'm saying, where is this man? He doesn't have an imprint on the game. The 50-50 balls, the 50-50 tackles that he's supposed to be in, he is not there. His presence is not felt on the team. He's supposed to be the $100.
And that is not true either because Rice have one of the highest interception in the league.
But to be honest, me don't know what Kems are see because Kems convinced me say Rice no good, Zine. Because me not happy publicly say you convinced me. No, me a publicly say couple weeks ago you convinced me specifically go watch couple West Ham games. And me I wonder to myself, what games I talk about?
All right.
Me
Okay, Sherwin.
All
right, Sherwin. You see the next West Ham game this midweek?
Right.
I'm going to zoom you. I'm on me and you watch the game together. More on me and you watch the game.
Who them play?
Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Perfect.
Yeah, man. Me want to watch it. Yes,
so
man.
So me and you go watch it together.
Right.
Me never said nothing.
Right.
I'm going to look. I'm want you tell me the imprint for Rice up on the game. And I guarantee you he will disappear against Liverpool midfield. Disappear. When he play against Ward-Prowse and them people there, sure, he must show up and do a little thing and plat over the ball and so. But against real midfielders, against Rodri, against those top class players who he is going to play against in the World Cup, I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry.
Disappear.
I'm sorry. Listen, again, Levon, if you have a defensive midfielder, again, if I'm looking, when Sergio Busquets is playing for Barcelona, when Sergio Busquets is playing for Spain, All if the man have a bad game, I am feeling the man presence out there. Rice only when he's playing against the Nottingham Forest of the world, the Fulhams of the world, the Ward Prowses of the world. That is what he decided for sure. That is not $100 million player to me. That is not the person I want in my England midfield, going up against the Germans of the world, the Brazils of the world, and all those people. When Fabinho and them and they wall him in the midfield, it's going to be trouble. It is going to be trouble. I can't afford Rice in my midfield. I am sorry. Listen,
Batman,
right, let me show you.
Fabinho been out of form. Well, and you not beat him.
Who?
Fabinho been out of form. And you not beat him.
Well, nobody not tell me about Fabinho yet.
Okay.
Right. Hold on.
Okay.
Calvin, okay, let me show you something, Levon. Calvin Phillips, when him in our midfield, last Euros, the way I feel the man presence, I feel the man there right beside of me and play football. I am feeling his presence.
Yeah, but they complemented each other. No, don't go to Euros, brother, because Rice and Calvin Phillips complemented each other in the Euros. They complemented each other in the Euros. So don't go Euros. Use something else.
Again, I will say you can talk about your emotions and your feelings, Sherwin, but I'm talking about mine. Even for Leeds,
is this the objective of the voice or the subjective?
I'm very objective. Listen, I watch Leeds before Calvin Phillips get injured. I am feeling the man, just like I'm feel Rafinha presence in the game. I am feeling Calvin Phillips presence every single time. I only can feel Rice presence if he's playing against the under-19s, under-21s, the Southamptons and those bug teams. I'm sorry. This is what me I feel. Exactly what me I feel. I'm sorry.
Bro.
Okay, boss. Keep your feelings.
Hey,
we don't want to hurt your feelings.
Sherwin, we are going to, if Levon is not busy, I wouldn't mind. We'll stream the game on Sports Frenzy and I will zone in on Rice and I will show you how absent he is every single time. I don't want to feel him. Just like how I not feel him, I don't feel him either. He's just absent.
What time of the game this week?
Wednesday, 1:30 Jamaica time.
All right, just so you know, Kim still don't answer my question because I don't know where my want to.
Yeah.
So I guess he want him to score goal and assist.
Yeah, that more want him to score.
No, I could never that.
Yeah, more want him to score.
But I don't know when I want him to do.
But just explain. I just want to feel his presence. That's it.
Scoring a goal and assisting his presence.
Again, is that what is Rice's primary responsibility?
I asked you to tell me.
No, you tell me.
I asked you that question.
Okay, I don't know.
I asked you that question a few weeks ago and you refused to answer me.
Ryan, guess what? I don't know football. You tell me what is Rice's primary responsibility. I don't know football. So
the man is a DM.
Okay.
Who can play box to box.
So
he carry the ball. I'm feeling right.
What is his primary responsibility?
So let me talk to boss. I use back your words, man. Let me talk to boss. Okay. The man is a DM. His primary duty is to intercept the ball and start the midfield play. Because a lot of time I see him take the ball and carry the ball and distribute it and all them something. It is not the typical.
Okay.
Huh? Yo, you're right down. Say you never know all along.
No.
Okay. All right, good.
I don't know.
So interceptions.
Okay.
Interceptions, which is breaking up play.
Right.
Starting the play, distributing the ball.
Okay.
Distributing the ball. Yeah, so it also cover the midfield attackers.
Cover midfield attackers.
He's supposed to can dictate the pace of the game too.
I'm not sure if dictate the pace of the game would that be his role.
But it can be a part-time role.
Because it's not a CM, it's more a CDM than a CM. I never tell you dictate pace again.
No, I put Sherwin beside it. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
So what about being responsible to switching the play and all of that? Him as well, right?
Dictating.
That's the same thing. Yeah, dictating the pace, right?
Okay. All right. And I'm going to tell you I glad you. I knew all of this, but I'm glad you
So
mentioned
you wrote down the criteria.
Against the big teams, and I'm using your criteria against the big teams, and I'm talking about the Man Cities of the world, and I'm not only talking about this season, last season as well. Interceptions not good enough. Starting play, distributing the ball, absolutely not good enough. Again, the numbers that you're seeing, Ryan,
last
is
season
against
was the
under
man's best
19s, is against
season
under
ever.
19s, Ward Prowse and those people. I'm sorry. Okay.
Lies. Only Rodri was the only DM that was better than Rice last season.
No,
Not even Fabinho.
You must be talking foolishness. You
Not
must
even nonsense. Rodri was the only DM better than him last season.
So, Levon, what I will do, starting today, every game, I'm going to come with my numbers about interceptions, the starting a play, the distributing a ball, the cover the midfield. I'm coming with all my numbers.
We just can't wait to reach a fella.
Week in, week out.
I can't wait to reach at the Aston Villa Chelsea game.
I have to go soon. I have homework for this. I have to go soon. I have homework to do.
Fresh God, big up yourself, Fab. Yes, Michelle said that Kev's a filming presents every time doing rubbish.
I have something for you guys. You're thinking I'm going to text from Minx today. I have something for you guys.
Let's move on to the next game.
You can't wait the boy have something.
Next on the agenda is Man United, Newcastle, and that game ended 0-0, marked by for controversy. I never watch a game, so I can't tell this much. All the games on Sunday, I never watch any of them at all. So I just really watch back highlights and read about them. But I saw clippings and Newcastle should have gotten a penalty for Varane tugging onto Dan Burn. But then there are quite a few of the dubious calls afterwards. First, I don't remember which Newcastle players it was, but Newcastle had a free kick. The player literally touched off the ball, and then I think Christie robbed the ball, scored, chalked off. They said that the play never started, in which it was clear and evident. I wish I could actually play the video. It's because I don't want to get copyright again when I'm going to play the video. But it was obvious that the man literally touched off the ball, and from the start of the play, that is a goal. And then the Sancho one, some people said that, but that wasn't that there. The Longstaff clearly stepping at the man ankle. It was clear, and never get them. But that's one of those things. Boring game overall, and Man United sucks. Why? You tell me say Anthony would just come in is a leading goal scorer. Yet to tell me say, oh, this man has striker is the biggest thing in the world, and it's Anthony with 3 goals is the leading goal scorer. Makes no sense, but yeah, it's what happened during rebuild. And personally, I trust the process, and I'll just continue right out the end of the season as well. Go on, United forever. That's it. Anything from you guys? No? Yeah.
No. Well, Ryan said no. That's good. So don't even decide to talk after my talk. What I'll say is that this, right? Again, I wouldn't say it was a poor game. Obviously, I think in spells, I think United overall was the better team. I think in spells, United dominated possession, but it's what they do with the possession. Obviously, I think that last chance, if it was Cristiano Ronaldo and not Rashford, I think that's 1-0 United win and go home.
So me not hatch the heck there in the brother, because he get some of them from what they and I see him bush them in the brother.
No, all right.
You see do it today.
You see, because Cristiano sleep with the goat, I believe that, and him ram the sheep. I just believe that. All right. So you know from morning people say, oh, Ronaldo done and this and that. Some way, something always happen for putting name back in the conversation.
That's true.
Some out of this world. For just getting name back in the conversation some way. And I just believe in that moment, he would have scored it and then you'd hear, see it there? Him clutch, him this, him that. I'm glad he was off the field. But he take the 1 point. But, in the grand scheme of things, I like the direction that the team is going. Again, obviously, you're not going to get 3 points every day. Obviously, you're not going to look the best every day. But going up against a very disciplined Newcastle team, very sound defensively, I think, we got behind, them enough, to create some good chances and obviously to take some that we didn't take.
One thing that was off though, fam, as I mentioned it, I'm saying that one thing that was off based on what I saw and what I read was that the passing was off. And it was obvious why, because there was no Christian Eriksen. That man dictates play, and without him, it's like they cannot take. And once again, but like what Tenaga do so far, but one bad decision the man keep on make. Brother, time for Bruno rub the bench. That man now do nothing. Time for him to sit down on the bench. So, yeah, personally,
But I think he was the better Bruno in the game, though.
Yeah, but me disagree with when you say the passing was poor. Me not think that me think couldn't actually, because I watch it game in its entirety, right? And me think couldn't actually create 4 or 5 good goal scoring opportunity. Could have easily win the game and they won't have the conversation. Yeah, Zin easily. Fred, Rashford. I think a 2 Rashford get.
Fred is not a footballer. That man get the clearest opportunity of the game.
Right. And Fred, I think I have 2 Rashford get 2, I think if me not wrong, I think I 2 in get. Zin, all of them, man, the penalty, which was clear penalty, me don't know why that never penalty. So, me think Manchester United just need to be patient, as you say, ride out your storm, be patient with the manager. Me can see where I try to build a thing, but there is one significant thing where me I have problem with is when the influence that Cristiano Ronaldo has on the other players around him when he's on the field, because the quality of the quality of Anthony. Zine, I saw Anthony get a ball down the right hand side, film side, right?
Cut it back to him.
To cut in and try score. In cut in and try to pass it to Cristiano Ronaldo.
I saw the play.
You see it, right? So the influence of that man, me think the players in them mind where these young players like Anthony and Sancho, they need a freedom of mind to play up front. No, shit, Ronaldo in the up front me have to try give him the ball. No, they need.
Who never used to do that? Who? And he used to get cussed regular from Ronaldo for not doing that.
Yes, and Greenwood.
The man with the on trial now.
Yep.
Who that there? Oh yeah, right.
The man they used to shoot when ball they shoot.
Exactly.
And if he miss Ronaldo, I cuss him.
Right.
And
exactly.
Ronaldo.
It obviously is a problem because with the quality of Anthony and the quality of Sancho, them man they can take on a man, be 2 man cut inside and score.
But you are sure. You see if they say that. Me have a problem with the 2 of them too, That's Sancho and Anthony.
Right.
I think they're too timid. They have the skill set to beat players. Stop turning back the ball, brother. Take the man in on the wing and beat them. Simple.
Right.
And that is the thing that has plagued Sancho from him come at United. The man that I saw that man, this man afraid to take on 2-3 man and
I don't understand it. Why though?
He's
just the man used to rinse players for fun.
You remember what? This man literally ended the career of a couple players over there in Bundesliga. Somebody say, yo, why the man afraid to do it to them players? And it's not a case as if it's hard to do because, all right, Anthony, for example, I was watching the game they played against Omonia last week, and the man that was playing left back, every time Anthony get the ball, the man go close to him, see him say, hug him tight. Be like, bro, you're pacey, you're tricky. Why not just beat the man and just left him for dead? You keep on recycle back the ball and then boom. Allow the other players to come back, possession get retaken. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, as I say, it's rebuilding phase, but some of these players are just not good enough, to be honest. That's not good enough. But let's carry on. Not gonna waste any time. Arsenal leads. Arsenal got a 1-0 victory, and once again, VAR controversy. Leeds should have gotten a pen. They took it away. And
which one?
The last one that down the overruled.
That is not a penalty.
No. But what I'm saying is that I said that they give a red card, they reaching the decision and what all of that nonsense. So if you're going to give a yellow card for that, why is it that you'll give the penalty to?
Oh, I get your point.
Get a card.
I think they gave him the card.
Get the card, man.
For kicking out.
For retaliation. Retaliation. Retaliation.
Yeah, but you know though, in the law stipulate that if you retaliate,
that's why I bring it cross.
Yeah. But I don't think personally I want to give a penalty, but I understand the point. The fact that him give the card and the law also state that well, Beckham get red card for less than that. I could put it that way.
Right. But for me, the assistant referee is at fault for that, for everything what happened there. So there is no pass. It's not like you have 6, 7 players in our bungle and you couldn't see and you just see one little thing. It was clear. It was 3 players in the area. The goalkeeper, Gabriel, and Bramford, right? Clearly, you have to see the push as an assistant referee. It's clear. The push was so obviously clear that I understand how, as an assistant referee, where you have to be keen power happen. What you do is put yourself on the spot to make a controversial call that could have led into a goal where everybody going to talk about for next week until the next set of match play, right? So you have to make sure, say, if you're in doubt, call the VAR deal with it. If you're in doubt, not just
All right.
call and say, oh.
My other thing is this. So you give the red card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you rescind the red card because you say, okay, what I thought happened never happened. But you did not give Bamford a card.
Right.
For simulation.
To push the man. Yeah. Because when you check it, as something will happen between the two of them, obviously
to the entirety of that match, they were going at each other.
Right. Yeah, man, from Brentford come and them go at each other. Non-stop. You understand? Obviously, Gabriel had a good game. He stand out. That are probably only mistake he make for the game, because I still said don't kick out. Yeah, lead. Zane, just take your push and smile it off. You get what I say? Just take your push and smile it off. You're on top of the league. You lead the game. Couple seconds left to go. Take your push and smile it off. You get what I say? So in that essence, that he need to start think wiser. You understand? Because what if there wasn't a VAR? You cost your team 2 points. Can the referee them now go change their mind?
Yeah, sure, Wayne. But again, we have to also remember that these players are human beings as well. Like no matter what it is, like they're human. So, like, say for example, like if somebody give a push, your automatic reaction is not, hey, well, mega cost my team 2 points. Like that's just not the automatic reaction. The automatic reaction is retaliate. However, you can retaliate, push out a foot, put a thumb, whatever it may be. After now, obviously we know hindsight is always 2020. After now, then we can say, all right, then we probably shouldn't do that. Because a lot of times, even in just everyday life, somebody do something to it, our first instinct is to do back something. It's never to, let me just sit down and just take it here, man, and then just think about the repercussions. Just like if I go quote unquote shoot somebody. I not think about, oh, I go to jail, the police will find me. We just want to shoot somebody, right? That's just what it is. So I think we have to give them a little bit of grace.
That's one very specific.
Yeah?
That's one very specific.
Go on, man.
Me not agree, Kems, me not agree with you one bit. These are professional players that probably get psychological help along the way. Me not agree with you one bit. Not one bit.
Sure, no matter how much help you get from professional, brother.
I do not agree.
Brother. Human instinct will always overtake everything.
I do not agree. The situation did not call for what he did.
No,
it was a simple, brother. It was a simple push that could have cost your team. A simple push and you kick out and react like that.
Sherwin is saying this as an Arsenal. Sherwin is saying this as an Arsenal fan.
Sherwin, hold on.
Remember that.
Sherwin, you can't sit on your couch again. I'm telling you, and again, probably you're not really. You talk about psychology. Let me tell you a little bit about psychology, boss. Like, you can't sit down and say, oh, they get psychological help, so that means that this can happen. Let's say, for example, and this is just me not knowing anything about a situation. Let's say, for example, Gabriel growing up as a youth, all he used to get a push from people, and he has never done anything about it. Let's just say, we're going to take it a step further, since I say psychological help. No, growing up, no, as an adult now, where every time he gets pushed, his immediate reaction is to react to it. You think any psychological help can help that, boss? Because this is things that he's bringing. And I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm saying we can't just look at it like, oh, professional footballers. Oh, they're making millions of dollars.
And use Sharon own point and debunk his point. Sharon, remember what I said initially, remember. These two players have been going at it for the entirety of that game.
Well, since Bamford come on, the second half.
Second half.
Basically, from him play and from him command, the two of them been a go at it. Seeing, I get your standpoint because I say, yo, as a professional, being one of the senior man in the team, is supposed to read and all them madness. Seeing, but instinct itself, brother, you and this man keep on go at it, and then the man push you. Your immediate reaction is going to be to push him back or do something to him or kick out.
I am pushing him back.
So if
If you push me, I push you back.
So if that is your initial reaction when the referee give a red card, what you cry about it for? What you ask question about?
Because you're human.
No, man. No. In this situation, you are a professional footballer, a human being. You must know, say, a 1 minute left on the clock to go. Do not react to that particular situation. Take your push, smiley off.
I say after the match, don't even do it.
You murder him in a changing room and get a red card done. Don't forget
we don't incite violence.
Hey, no man. For me, me understand what I say, Zine. But for me, in this situation, as a professional, a senior man, Zine, you have to know how to react to certain situation. You are on top of the league. You want to maintain that because you know the city hot on your heels and I go overtake you. You want to maintain that position for as long as you can.
Yes, right? You see, if it was my team, you see basically what you were saying, that me would have said too. But it's because of my team, that's why I can reason from the side of my reason now.
All right. So what I'll say about the game really quickly, so I can let Sherwin have his time because
no man, Sherwin finished that about it, man.
Okay. So this is what I'll say, right? And you know, I've often said this about players, about owners, and I'll say it about managers, right? So there are three type of managers. Managers that you win with, managers that you win in spite of, and managers that you win because of, right? And me personally, I believe this Arsenal team is winning because of Arteta. No, we can go down the list, right? And you know, I'll let Sherwin elaborate on that, right? But what I'll say about Arteta is
look
that
like a meat a bun up though.
No man, NFL man. What I'll say about Arteta is that remember when he decided to, you know, get rid of the bookkeeper and go for Ramsdale, the world would have killed him. What kind of idiot coach this? He might have keeper over here, so get keeper here. So Martinez a laugh off of them. Bam. Ramsdale come for be one of the best things since sliced bread. When the man decides say, Aubameyang, we just give you a new contract, you know do nothing, you're indisciplined, you're not a part of my plans, you're not a part of the team, you don't want to adapt, I'd rather work with the young players. What everybody say, Lord, you make him ego, control him. He don't know what to do, what am I going to do with them young players here? Smith Rowe and them man not ready feet yet. But what? Arteta believe in his philosophy, believe in his people. When them say, oh, Zaka, one name, yeah, Zaka, boy, that man while I be a red card, them man they get. What Arteta do? He believe in him, talking to him and say, I want him back. All when the Arsenal man them tell them no. And then boom. Oh, damn. And then boom. When we take a stop now, everything that Arteta has put into play have really come to fruition. Do I think Arsenal is going to win the league? No. Do I believe it's a possibility for them to win the league? Absolutely. Because again, I saw another stat, and I think they say the last 4 teams will win 9 out of their 10 Premier League games went on to win the league. So Arsenal is in the good graces right now. Again, I don't think they played a particularly great game against Leeds, but again, if you check the champions along the way, what made them stand out against their competitors is that even when they didn't play well, they secured 3 points. And you know, that's what Arsenal did. So, boy, I don't know how we're going to deal with Sherwin. If Arsenal ever win this league, we'll probably have to go run after the show because it's not going to be looking nice. But again, the Gunners right now, they should be happy. Their team is flying. And again, I will say this before I go and give Sherwin the floor. If Manchester United had just given Ole the same grace that they gave Arteta. Remember, Sherwin
Bro,
himself right here.
You
a
find
long
a
time,
way
a
to
long
work
time,
for
a
it
long
in
time, on the
every
show, brother.
conversation.
No, hold
Long
on,
time
no.
on the show, there.
No, hold on, no. Remember,
But on the past, man, you.
Sherwin, come here, son. Sherwin say, what? He that coach Arteta. Me hate that man. Get him out. Arteta out. And then him now sing those praises again. But what Arteta did? Arteta was struggling. Brentford beat them up the first game. And then what? Calm down, relax. Let me get my time to build my team. That is what Ole was doing. But he didn't get the opportunity to do so. And as a result of that, that is where we're at.
All right.
Okay.
Chelsea and Villa now?
That's right where I'm at right now.
There's some more reach.
All right. So, Chelsea won the game by 2-0, but they have to thank Kepa. And big up to Potter. Potter no keeper. Kepa is better with his feet. And we said from the get-go, from Potter take over, I think Josh said to him, say, yo, Kepa will be the new number one for Chelsea. Why? Because he can ball play. And knowing Potter go down at Brighton and the man say Matran and the man say, who? One dash of Matran and immediately here comes Robert Sanchez. And here's once again.
It's like Potter loves Spanish keepers.
You can call it that, but yeah, the thing is that he loves ball playing goalkeepers, and he has done that. And Chelsea has gotten what now? That's 4 wins on the trot with clean sheets, and this is the first time since 2016 under Conte they have done such. And that's now what 5 wins on the trot for Potter. So good going for Chelsea, and it was Mason Mount who was there to rescue them. But if we're being totally honest, Aston Villa did play good. Just that they couldn't find the net. Actually, let me just rephrase. Aston Villa outplayed Chelsea, but at the end of the day, it's who scored that matters. And it was Chelsea who scored both. And Manate will say, yeah, you have this to do and that for the, but in our run it's so easy. And worse when I even reach FPL yet, I could say easy. But Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I agree. Based on what I saw, Villa outplayed Chelsea. Villa could have scored, should have scored. They did not. We took our chances, 2 of them. The first one was from the greatest defender in the league, a top 6 quality defender according to Kems. And Levon, there's something that I want you to put up.
No, man. You just go on top, man, because one plan for doing this, instead of put up the names, I briefly drop the picture of them one by one.
Even better.
Yeah,
Even better.
All right, so
I have a list.
First one there.
1. We are counting up. 1, right?
Yeah, man, that's a 1. Let's zoom out. We'll just continue.
That's a 1 or 2.
Correct.
What?
Just go and watch them.
We just go through a list of names.
So 2,
that's
right?
2. That's a Ben White.
All right.
Are you guys just saying Ben White is better than Tyron Mings?
Wait, no, man, it's jumpy.
Yeah, jump the gun too much, man.
Watch that now.
That's a 3, Mark Gay. 3 there.
Yeah. I'll wait to see the foolishness that we're perpetrating.
Watch that now.
Dyer 4.
All right. And the Lord of all Lords.
So I don't think the viewers really like this Ryan segment.
Of course, the viewers actually like it.
Slab Lord 5. He was all Slab Lord, make it 5.
The Lord has to be there, of course. How much now?
Adam Webster 6.
All right.
Everybody come feel up.
You can go and sing all you want. Max Killman 7.
All right.
You can go and sing.
The biggest thing right now in England.
Joseph Gomez 8.
All right.
A 1 was squad.
The man that actually lockdown Holland. Not claim same lockdown Holland and Holland score a goal.
How much that?
Because you're Tamori 9.
Oh,
Right.
what? I wonder what he did against what this defender did against Chelsea the other day in the Champions League.
You want a league.
No, what did he do against
Couple
Chelsea in
months
the
ago.
Champions League?
Mhm.
Totally
9.
atrocious. Totally
Cody Mekki.
atrocious.
10. Cody make 10.
One whole squad. And I can't see Tyrone Miggs.
Ryan, let's put players in Ryan. I'm gonna help you
8.
out. You leave out one more person. I'm gonna help you out.
11. Chalobah. 11.
Can't be say left out the man, Ryan. How you supposed to do that?
How will we left out now?
How you supposed to left? If you choose one, you have to choose the other.
Me name want to be so wicked.
Yo, I'm not gonna leave. Yo, I'm not
Me
gonna
name want. Me never want so wicked.
Listen,
Never want so wicked.
Mute yourself.
listen. I'm going to resign.
The man saved the blanket. If you don't have this man aside of Mings garbage.
You must be crazy.
12 with that, right?
That is it.
You have about 12 man who play central defense, who are English, who will make this England team over Mings. If you pick 2 World Cup squad, if England pick 2 World Cup squad, and 6 central defenders get picked in each squad, we still not reach Mings. The man is garbage, brother.
All right,
the man
hold on,
good.
Hold on,
The man is trash.
Levon, you see how you make Ryan talk about Mings. I hope when I'm giving my rebuttal, I don't get interrupted at all.
Absolutely not.
All right, go ahead.
The man is trash. I told you when you were praising Mings, I tell you that this man not going to give you 3 good games in a row. The man have a mistake in him. If you get 2 good games from Mings, you're not getting a 3rd one. The man is a mistake waiting to happen. This man gifts. Not only did he give us a win, he gives City the Premier League title. This was the man who took it upon himself when Villa lead 2 love. They say, yo, when I want the title go Liverpool, we want this go City. And him just turn up and just hand Man City the title. The man is garbage. I don't know how you seen this man for rating. You're lucky me never put Chris Smalling on the list. But then again, I like Smalling, so you know make a difference.
That's it?
Yeah, man, you cannot talk now.
That's it? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am really sorry to go ahead and have to turn this into a Mings conversation. But again, I'm not going to draw it out because I come here and I preach the same thing all the time. Right? I want you guys to show me a defender in the history of football that has not had at least 30 bad games in their career. At least 30 bad games where you can look and say, boy, that defender looks so atrocious. Listen, Mings is only human. He will have bad games. But what I'll tell you about Tyrone Mings is, right? And again, people, I will tell you, these are not my words. Don't take it in my words. These are not my words. These are words of teammates. These are words of past coaches. These are words of the opponent coaches.
May I interject? Remember No. There's a reason why. Remember the other day when we did there the last time, and me could have find the article. I'm just say find the article, show me. Remember, me not forget that one.
I'll know.
I'll know.
Send the article. I'll know.
All right, tell me when it's my time.
You say I did bookmark.
No, Ryan, I'm my time for talk, boss. Is it my time or your time? Just let me know. Is it my time or your time? Okay. So, now, all Mings did in the Premier League was save Steven Gerrard's butt. Steven Gerrard's butt was on the line against Manchester City where he needed a result. However he was supposed to get the result, he needed a result. What did Tyrone Mings say? What did Tyrone Mings do? Listen, coach, give me. I got the leading goal scorer of the league. Oh, that's an ESPN. Sorry. I got the leading. I got the leading goal scorer of the league. I will take him, coach. And what did Mings do? The way how Mings locked down Haaland, what happened? There was crazy praises all over England. And listen, how bad it is, Pep Guardiola had to come out and say, listen, I've been watching football for a very long time. I'm paraphrasing. I have coached the greatest players in the world. I have seen some of the greatest defenders in the world. I have never seen anyone lock down a forward as brilliantly as Mings locked down Haaland. That is all he did.
Nobody said that.
Listen, quiet. I didn't interrupt you. Quiet. The greatest coach in the world was giving the top 6 defender praises. Okay, no problem. If we don't want to take that, let's see. Aston Villa started out this season against Bournemouth. What did egotistical Steven Gerrard do? Went and stripped the captaincy and give it to John McGinn. And what happened? They lost that first game. And what did I say? With the same bug cancer there, of course, because he's not good enough. What happened? They lost that game to Bournemouth. And what did I say? Aston Villa will not win a game unless Tyrone Mings is on the back line, marshalling that back line. The very next game, Steven Gerrard wants to save his butt, run and insert Tyrone Mings into that team. What happened? Clean sheet automatically, leadership automatically, greatness automatically, standard automatically. All I'm asking is that show me another defender who strip the captaincy, strip the ego, and who can still go out and show up for an egotistical coach. I am not saying he's the greatest defender of all time. All I'm saying, in this Premier League, this player, this guy, has been one of the greatest defenders to play the Premier League in the last 2 years.
Show me a big defender who has so much, who contribute to so much goal scoring on his team.
What is so much? What is so much?
I don't think there's another defender right now who contributes to his team conceding so much goal, who has so much individual errors.
You're probably.
I am sure if you look for, I'm sure you said the last 2 years, right? I'm sure if you go to the last 2 years and you find the defenders who have the most individual errors that contributes to goals versus their teams, Mings will top the list comfortably.
A stat is actually there for that, so you can produce
comfortably.
Can you Google that and find that, please, producer or people in the comments.
No, man, I'm trying to find the one where you say.
I am sure that my name will go up there, so right there, at the top. I wear the crown.
All I'm saying, tell me the list of defenders. Tell me the list of defenders who's playing for an inferior team that has locked down one of the greatest goal scorers this world has ever seen. Show me that. Yeah,
the man no lock down nobody,
error by Mings and ugly error. Of course, that's happened with
the man no lock down nobody.
What you mean the man never
locked down? You keep talking about
nobody?
the man lock down the man and the man scoring a game.
Okay.
I thought him lock easy to pick.
Well, listen, if you can only get Haaland to score that goal, just like I can say, Van Dijk did his number on Haaland as well. Listen, until I only have one transfer, boss, and I'm trying to win this league, boss. I can't take a minus.
You're trying to win the league.
No, because
and you know that with that money in your team, you can't win the league.
Because defenders don't get a lot of points, boss. We need
but you have to have defenders in your team, right?
Yeah, but I need
okay, exactly. Exactly.
Me get 8 from my Newcastle brother with the weekend gone.
Boss, me's a man I get 80 points a week time, boss. So
no. Defenders don't give you a lot of points. That's why you choose defenders who are going to give you maximum points by keeping a clean sheet. And you obviously cannot put Tyrone Mings in your team because of that reason.
What do you mean?
You know the man are going to do something stupid.
Tyrone Mings held a clean sheet the last 2 times before this game. The last 2 times he held a clean sheet. And his FPL, look on Tyrone
Mings FPL because I know he can't provide
but you don't have the confidence that he will. If you have the confidence that he will produce that sort of performance week in, week out, he will be the first name on your FPL team. Very first, you would have if you never have him at the beginning, you'd have give up losing a few points just to get Tyrone Mings in. Have you done that? No. Credibility loss.
Oh, I think I want to point out something else that happened in the game. That free kick, I think it was more a Martinez mistake than a Mount brilliance.
Agreed.
If you get a match, sir.
When did you dive too early?
I think he was trying to cheat towards the
left side.
And when by doing so, the ball actually going to go pretty central enough, if you look at it.
Yeah.
I think he tried to cheat and him get caught out.
Me think
And
he
he made the goal
misjudged.
look a lot better than it was actually.
Me see it.
You see even.
Huh?
Sorry. Go ahead, Sherwin.
Me see it today. I made it. I say it looked like he really and truly misjudged.
No, he took a step or two to the right because he think Mount was going to go over the defenders over the wall, and by doing so he got caught out. Because I think if he had stood his ground, you'd have maybe caught the ball or get a chance to punch it away or something. But I mean, I cheered for the goal, and if Argentina and England play and Mount kicking one like that, never cheer for it.
Of course, but I think I see multiple news saying that Gerrard is on the cusp of sacking. But if they're going by this game per se or whatever has transpired, it's not a case as if they have been bad, because they were absolutely good in this game. Just that Watkins cannot score, Hinks cannot score, whomever they put up front cannot score, and Coutinho is a shadow of himself who started out at
and Buendia, all of a sudden, Buendia not playing a ball either.
So nobody right now in the forward line is actually playing. I mean, if you look at Aston Villa right now, it's probably one player in that midfield who could say, yeah, he's actually playing football. It's the youngster, Jacob Ramsey.
Magin had an easy chance to pass the ball to somebody and kick the ball straight and keep up.
Yeah, man. They remind me of a player that plays for Liverpool.
The man had an easy pass for tapping.
Yep.
Who Magin remind you?
Again?
Who Magin remind you of over Liverpool?
$100 million baller.
Nunes had the easy opportunity to just lay off the ball to, I think it was Salah.
Salah. Yeah, man, Salah.
And this have to take a little shot. And that's where we're going to go right now, because we're going to talk about Liverpool against City, and Liverpool got a 1-0 victory. And all of a sudden, we are like Liverpool man then come on the talk about, form is temporary, class is permanent. Like, what the hell? Van Dijk wasn't the best defender in that game.
Joe Gomez was the best defender in the game.
And I'm telling you all the while, anytime something could happen with in a Liverpool game, Van Dijk is the one that look to give the credit.
Yep.
Right. Joe Gomez was the best defender.
Yep. And then got to get a 1-0 victory. You know, if you can just get up on this before then go, should it have stood there?
Before then go, no fault. But however, this is the controversy, and I think me post it on the Facebook page today. Say referees will no longer have the ability to dictate a game by themselves anymore. Because some games referee will say, all right, you know what, this game may not blow for no little push, or one little tug, they not blow for it. No VAR change the whole of that now, right? Because the whole game, them a hold each other, and the referee not blow. You can't kill him, right? He not blow for Liverpool, he not blow for City. But when it come into context in a goal score, no, like the one where Foden score, VAR go check and VAR go say, oh yeah, see little tug there, fall. No.
It wasn't a little tug.
Yeah, a big tug, yeah. But when me I say whole game, he never blow for them, right? He
yeah,
never
but
blow for it. Eh?
Okay, put it this way. All right, he wasn't blowing for it. He made that one that slide. He was going to make it slide because them celebrate the goal, whatever. But the VAR studio called him and said, yo, look at that. He went and looked and he saw that, said that, whatever. A goal scored from it, so you have to look at it in context.
Yeah, but
a goal was scored. Even though he was letting them slide during the game. Right. When a goal scores, a total different context.
But that's what I'm saying. These referees.
And then you can't beat VAR for that because VAR did their job. That is their job to find out.
No. Me not beat VAR. I mean, not get it right. What I'm saying is that these referees will not have the capacity like back in the days.
They do. They can choose to look at the monitor and decide for or against. They still have that.
No, but
because we have seen decisions even last week where referee look at the handball and Skamaka and Antonio, and they say, okay, make that go on. But also a different ref will look at the same thing, like the one against Rashford, and call it back. So they do have the ability to make whatever decision. It's the same inconsistency we cut over every week.
And the inconsistency I like about it.
Yeah, then that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what
thing.
about it. We cut over it every week.
Yeah, the inconsistency because throughout the game, as me I say, he now blow for them. As
You know why
say,
the inconsistency exists? Because the ref them still have the ability to say yes or no.
well,
Even after they
that's
look at the camera.
that's true too. Because me believe if him never blow for them the entire game, then give the goal. Whatever.
No, you
But
can't get that.
it's a
You
foul.
cannot get that.
No,
You know,
Sure.
can you imagine the uproar that you're going if you give that?
Sure, watch out, Sherwin. We have to look on it now. You might not be giving it throughout the game because there was no goal scored from whatever.
Exactly.
But a goal scoring, and this will be detrimental to the play itself and the game itself. So he has to call this one.
well, whatever the case is, well, anyway.
All right.
Me see people have said City never turn up, City never this. Eh?
They never did.
No, me actually think City play good for like 70 minutes. I game, you know. Me actually think City play
Both
good.
teams played well.
Yeah, me think City was getting in and behind Liverpool defense. Minute in, minute out. Kevin De Bruyne with some the one time Joe Gomez make Haaland drift from him. Me think he should have scored brilliant pass from Kevin De Bruyne where him should have actually tried to finish that.
Gomez was never going to reach that before.
Yeah, he never did that.
That ball was a mile over Gomez.
Yeah, that's true.
But
if you look how Haaland peel off for him, that's why I say the one time he make him go. But
Sherwin, watch it. Liverpool and City played 2 times this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for me, the first one of them lose them play better night, the coming shield, than this game. This game for me they lack intensity.
No, for me, listen, there were for City had one man making too much mistakes. Cancelo. That was a part of their problem. Their right hand, a right hand or left hand side. Eh?
Where's the brand in this game though?
Yeah, worse De Bruyne, but a worse De Bruyne still giving you good qualities. Yesterday, pass when give
Liverpool what about it is a big game this number. I mean,
but he still created enough chances to practically could have won the game for City, brother.
What I'll say really quickly, and you know, I said this at the start of the season, and I said these are the games where, you know, and listen, I'm not taking anything away from Haaland, but again, in the Champions League, when the game, and I think City will win the Premier League, hands down, right? And they'll probably win the FA Cup or another cup as well. But in the Champions League, these are the games when everything slows down and when we need a moment of magic and there is a half chance, these are the games that Haaland have to show up and score. Like I saw him get a chance and I don't know what happened. But again, this will be the difference if City win the Champions League or if they lose the Champions League. Going up against a Real Madrid or so, because again, it's not going to be no hat trick or no 4 goals or no 5 goals and you're running with the ball and you talk about God did and you post all of that. No. In the Champions League, everything slows down, everybody keying on you, defender versus forward, coach versus coach, tactic for tactic, and they're going to need individual brilliance. That is when we're going to need Haaland. So for me, again, he can score 1,000,000 goals, but again, in these key games, this is what I'm looking for a Haaland to show up. And again, against Liverpool, this is a D minus in game.
But on a Haaland alone, you talk about Haaland alone. Again, Pep go into a game and overthink it. Pep started 3 central defenders in this game. For why?
I think we start using when every time Pep lose a game, we start the same overthink. Yes, Pep overthink sometimes. When I said no, but it's not every time Pep lose him overthink.
Yeah, sometimes like you can't win every game, but again, I am looking, right? I am looking at the forward. Right? Listen, why you think they buy Haaland? Sorry, and you tell me why you think they buy Haaland. Why they buy Haaland? Again, for these games when everything is marginal, when you're not way superior better than a coach Real Madrid, when it comes to individual brilliance, where we need to see an individual mentality. Your mentality have to be better than the defender.
But I never said this better actually serious.
Huh?
Some of them know Pep actually serious. What do you mean the man talk say Foden can play at least 5 different positions, including left wing back? And the man really gonna start the man a left wing back, bro.
Yeah, me I tell you, the man overthink the game, brother. Because all right, watch out. The man first change our 80 minutes or something like that.
He only made one change, and that was in the 89th minute.
89th minute for the look Alvarez. Now Alvarez, come on. Eh? You tell me now.
This is it, Sherwin. I'm on Ryan's side with this one. We can't because if when Pep do it and it work, this man is
but he don't. But he doesn't do it.
It does. It never yet.
And it normally start at the back.
Right, and it never. Every time Pep overthink, it doesn't work.
That's not true.
Tell me a time it work. Tell me a time it work. Tell me a time it drift away from his original Manchester City playing in 4 at the back, 4-3-3 or 4 whatever, 4-1-2-1 or however you want to play. Tell me a time when drift away from that it work. Tell me one time.
I mean, I can't remember it from the top of my head right now, but I'm sure it has worked.
Champions League semi-final them.
Pep has done a lot of mad scientist change of work.
Yeah, and he do it Sunday again. 3 centre back.
No, listen, he has done a lot of work, but again, what stands out
is the one that when it work, we beat him.
Yeah, what stands out is when it don't work.
But right now, me personally, I beat Pep. You know why? City have too much quality on the field if they beat Liverpool. Liverpool are the worst stage right now. City should have won the game.
Exactly. Not only on the field, but on the bench too.
I'm gonna say it again too. You know, I'm pissed off about it. By 20 games, brother. 20. 19 of them got through. And City stopped me from winning 198 grand. So I have no faith. Let's move on.
I would be upset too.
Exactly. Fantasy. Before I just let us just go ahead and give some as far the.
All right, this is where we leave you guys. So bless up on yourself.
Brother.
My name is fantastic. I may have something for that.
Let's have a couple prediction, man. I want a couple predictions for the game then midweek, man. Just scoreline.
Predictions. Okay, cool.
Some of us I just run through the fantasy quick and fast. I'm gonna zoom in on this. Yeah, I miss around 2 weeks in a fantasy.
And I'm sure you're still ahead of Demo.
Well, you catch up on the youth have wicked though, brother.
Yes, man.
The man that lead by about 60 of them the last time I see it.
Yes, man. So
the fake and youth is still out front with 7.
Put him by 25.
Kems is next
18 and 25, 43 in the leader by.
That in a leading by?
Yeah, Kama leading by 18 now and Kems catching by 25.
Yeah.
So 43 in the van Kems.
Yeah.
Cut him down, man.
So Kems down 704. Chanel is still fighting the battle. Top female so far, 671. I'm trying to remember if this is Tyrese. I don't remember who this is, but he's there 649. Hadlam can't sleep on the show again. Then fifth with 617. Dale Francis. Man, a jump man. He's now up in 12 with 594. So else. Kisha take a dip though, man. Kisha down in 23rd is 565. Major Nicholson 25th with 561.
Where's Demo?
Bobby Fanner there with 559. Yo, so far I'm drop down. Even up here, this is mine. Christoph in 36 with 545. I'm there at 537.
We can go take a commercial break and come back and Demas will still reach a Demo.
Mark Bryan with 529. Here's Sherwin up in 45th with 508. I mean,
you know Sherwin.
He was at the table.
Climbing.
So Mr. Brown Mark side I have and Grey Mark.
Chacha, yo, me have to just keep up on next page to see Demo again. 455. Boy, yo, Kems, you have to go help out the man, brother.
Demo, where am they? Oh, well, him pass a man.
Pass who?
You see him go up.
See him up the man.
Yeah, man, him did 52, now him did 51.
Yeah, but watch it, you pass me. See
no, him pass Lamont.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him pass Lamont. Got a demo.
You're still
Listen,
in
man,
that top 50.
the man them we are struggling, we just let them continue struggling, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about. Let's run through them midweek games that quick and fast. Come back after this last time with a madness. Where are they? Come off of that, man. Come off. Let's pick up this. So EPL. For the midweek games, then no say Arsenal City is cancelled already.
What happened with that?
Postponed because Arsenal has a Europa League game
PSV.
because of when it was cancelled the other day because of the Queen. So they have that one for play midweek against
Oh, I not even know. I don't know nothing about that league there, so I know so that.
no worry yourself, my son can join them there.
You're too low.
Lucky Sepata come make you escape here. What?
I don't really know what's going on inside that world.
Tomorrow we have Brighton against Nottingham in the first game at 1:30. How is that going?
Brighton for the win 2-1.
Brighton 3 love. Hey, FPL tip: get Trossard in your team expeditiously.
Yes, I cap him.
I don't know about all that, but get him in your team.
Right, Nottingham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One love Brighton.
All right. Pulse against Wolves at 2:15.
Oh, what a boring game. 1-1.
Why? It's either 1-1 or 0, I don't know.
All right.
Palace actually play 2-1. Zaha with the winner.
Bournemouth Southampton on Wednesday.
Bournemouth, Southampton. Me I go 2-0 Bournemouth.
What is it, Kims?
2-1 Bournemouth. As a matter of fact, 1-1 draw.
All right. Liverpool West Ham.
Liverpool, West Ham. I'm gonna go 2. All right, 3-1 Liverpool.
All right. The time for Rice and Peace to show up. He won't show up. 2-0 Liverpool.
All right. Wednesday as well at 1:30. We have Brentford against Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-0.
Same, 2-0 Chelsea.
Wednesday again, Newcastle Everton.
2-1 Newcastle.
Newcastle now, Everton?
Yeah.
1-1.
Bro, more that must change, but then pick it because I use the wild card, you know. I'm going to choose Bruno. I'm going to choose Trippier. I think I have another Newcastle player. I'll check it back and see.
United and Spurs.
United Spurs on Wednesday at 2:15.
United 2-1.
Tough game. 12.
All right. On Thursday, we have 2 games as well. We have Fulham against Villa.
Listen, if Steven Gerrard failed, as Ryan was on Facebook talking about Steven Gerrard got 4 games unbeaten before this game. Let me tell you something, boss. When you look on those opponents, there's no reason why Steven Gerrard shouldn't get wins in those games. If Steven Gerrard failed to get a W against Fulham, he's going right through the door after the game. I know him come out in press conference and say, oh, he's a brave man, he's not afraid, blah, blah, black sheep, Halstead, and cow fat. Sure. But I'll tell you this. If he doesn't get 3 points, it's over for him.
I think so too. I'm going 2-1 Villa though.
All right. Final game of the midweek fixtures: Leicester against Leeds.
1-1.
Leicester against Leeds. I will go with Leeds 2-1.
But you never give a Villa prediction, man. You only say if Gerrard no win.
Oh, Villa 2-0, man.
Oh, 2-0.
Mings to score.
In him own goal, oh, yes, a 2-0. Not 2-1.
So yeah, what I'm just going to run around, man, and give you guys some teacher talk about any other sporting topic. West Indies fans in turmoil because they got walloped by the Scottish earlier this
And
morning.
you know, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I decided I come home last night from a fun day and I decided, so yo, we just go straight to my bed. I'm not watching these people.
Yeah,
And when I got up in the after 5, I check the score, I say exactly what I expect. I am not surprised.
I start watch it because I start at 11 o'clock. Yes, I'm watching until about
Yeah. I see you no comment them this morning, man.
Yeah, man,
I mean, just get there laugh for fun and waste both and now waste sleep.
Yes, if I'm see you reach 11:30 and the rain start fall because there are a lot of rain. That's a true waste of time. I think me I gonna stay up and watch that. It's gone bed. They got what they deserve. And you look at teams like Namibia right now, and a lot of people are clamoring for it. I think West Indies should just break up. All that country just go separate and try to get some back in. That's just what I think. But hey, that's just me.
I know, just you. It's not just you, trust me. I know.
Remember the conversation? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need this for revamp the cricket show. I'm bring him on.
Yeah.
Because I still have the contact there.
I think probably this week we started back, because.
Oh, the World Cup coming up, yeah.
Yeah, the time alone.
It's a big cut. If that person come on, it will draw crowd.
Viewership, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Which person?
Can't
call a name, sir.
Oh, Druggy?
Well, I'm talk about that after here. We can't call a name, sir.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man. Let's talk about this week, man. I think time alone this week. I think I have some time in the evenings this week.
Yeah, just let me know so I can reach out and see if I'm available.
All right, that's how it. All right, Kems, what you say? The beat up aside Saturday.
Oh,
I think it already.
It's a simple, it's so funny. When George beat up Arden, you say George is not playing nobody. When Waterford beat Georges, you say, see, as soon as them get to play somebody, them get beat up. When we beat Waterford again, 3-love on a proper field, I don't hear nothing. No, I don't hear nothing again. All I see is well played, KC. I don't see no congratulations, Georges. I see Kish in the comment section. No congratulations, Georges. I see the next motor I see over that group. No talking, quiet as a lamb. But it is expected. Listen, I told you guys from even before the season started, I said, based on the intel I was getting from the team, this team is good enough to win the Man Cup. And you see the same Rasoyata, you have a couple of players from the team, bro. The man them bad like yes, brother.
Yeah, the rest them bad differently, man. But yours have a left back, brother. That boy they have a piece and left foot. Wicked.
Listen, man. When I tell you, say at this time, boss, if George is just sit down and play the football, brother, it's gonna be hard for your team beat the man because the man our weak point right now, our goalkeeper. That man can't keep us. That man can't keep us secret, brother.
Yeah, but no man, he pull off a big save in the second half, man.
Well, he had
the misdirected one.
Yeah.
That was a big save, man. But the one
the man let in some of your goal, Brian. The man let in some. Hey.
Yeah, the man they literally kick the ball for the man Ryan, and the ball is a trickle like so,
brother.
And the man let in the ball. I was like, damn, bro.
Brother, that's you that even know about take.
But man, them big up on yourself, man. Sure was there earlier. Big up yourself, Ryan. Big up seeing when it comes. Big up, man. Just big up yourself, and everybody in the comment section. Big up until we'll see you again. Take care for yourself. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your night.